we were at the University of Texas. I was on the steps of the Student Union, and we had a crowd probably about 2,000 out, way going out. And as I was speaking, I noticed this student, a young lady, in a wheelchair at the bottom of the steps. And while I was speaking to them and sharing Christ, I'd look down and see this woman. She'd have 6, 7 students around her. And they'd go away, and she had a little motor on it. She'd go up to another group, and they'd all look down. So I'm thinking, boy, this woman's having an impact. I better go find out who she is to see if she's on our side. If not, kick her spokes out. And so when I finished speaking to this group here, I went down there. Oh, let me tell you, I met one of the most phenomenal witnesses for Christ I've ever seen in all the years on crew staff. Here was a young lady who a number of months before had been in a severe car accident. She was paralyzed. She had a motor on a wheelchair. She had someone take and build this wooden thing like a big food tray that would go down. And it was a beautiful piece of wood, and she had someone burn into it the 4 spiritual laws. And I watched her, and she would wheel up to these students, and here she could move her either her left or right arm. I think it was her right arm. She could move a little, but they said every time she moved, severe pain went through her body. She would wheel up to these people and say, I want to share with you one of the most meaningful things of life. And she would reach over with the right arm with pain going through her body, and she would take her finger and go through the 4 laws and then lead them in a prayer. I stood there and I started to cry. I thought, how many times have I not shared Christ because it wasn't convenient? I had a headache, I didn't feel well, I was tired. That young lady has had equal impact to anyone ever in my life. And I've always prayed that somehow, even now, God would let me find her so I could share the impact. But I stood there and I knew there is one young lady who's not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. For it is the power of God unto salvation to anyone who believes, even someone paralyzed in a wheelchair.